This is the micro-homily for the 28th of June. Please read the readings before listening to the homily. It's more than 950 years since England was occupied by an invading army, but other countries aren't so blessed. There are places where locals can show you fields and say, a village used to be here. But a handful of people from the village took part in a resistance action against the occupiers. And the consequence was the whole village was slaughtered and burned to the ground. The opposite of that first reading, when instead of vengeance on innocent people, for the sake of a couple who did things the occupiers objected to, it's mercy for the whole place if 10 good people live there. By presenting this as a story instead of a statement, it's much easier to remember and pass on from generation to generation before the invention of writing. Would it have survived if it was simply a statement that collective punishment is offensive to divine justice and mercy is the principle to be followed? This story is far more engaging. And by presenting Abraham as the one who argues for mercy, it teaches us that those who acclaim Abraham as our father in faith are called to imitate his merciful attitudes. In that gospel, the thoroughly radical nature of the call to follow Jesus is shown. These things that seem perfectly acceptable, of wanting a secure place to sleep, knowing you'll have a comfortable bed, Jesus says, you're not going to have that if you follow me now. Saying to the other that his call to follow Jesus is even more important than the most important human duty in the eyes of the Hebrew mindset to bury the dead. Let's recognize in all these readings put together a call to us to be those who act with mercy, who speak up for mercy, who recognize that the call of Jesus to each of us to be his disciple is not something that stops at the surface of a person. It goes to our very core.